Yeah, now whatever data that is there in BO, I'm reading it and I'm setting as query parameter values, guys, and I'm calling execute update. Right now, I'm writing this code in plain JDBC. In future, we are going to write this code in Spring Data JPA and in other environment. So here we are doing exception handling, boss. Yes, in the finally block we are just closing, but not only we are doing exception handling, we are also going for exception rethrowing, right? Exception rethrowing, exception rethrowing, exception rethrowing. Are you listening my statement, boss? Right. Exception rethrowing, exception rethrowing. Cool, guys. Yes, boss. Now listen. IOC pros 9 start layered application. This is 10. Okay. Yesterday we completed the development of what, guys? DAO interface and implementation class. But we should write relevant classes in configuration in the Spring Bean configuration file or not. So definitely we should write relevant classes configuration in Spring Bean configuration file. No doubt in that. Yes, these are the various steps that I have given, boss. New. Save it. I hope anyone is getting setup issues, guys. I hope everyone is able to complete application development smoothly. Come on, my dears. Mini project, this one, April 16th, guys. Real time DI mini project development using what? Maven. Mini project development using Maven. Okay, boss. Now listen. See, we always feel developing Spring Bean configuration file bit difficult. We are creating XML, then we are importing what? A schema by copy pasting from here and there, right? But to simplify that process, especially Spring development, hmm, okay. To simplify that process, to literally simplify that process, we need to think about working with what? One plugin called STS plugin. What plugin was? Spring Tool Suite. Actually, STS is a separate IDE, boss. Separate IDE, which looks like a Eclipse only. But instead of using STS IDE separately, you can bring all the features of STS. Come on. We can bring all the features of STS ID in Eclipse itself by installing STS plugin. By simply installing what plugin, guys? STS plugin. And this plugin is very useful in what? Spring Boot application development, boss. In Spring Boot application development, it is very useful and very much required also. It's very useful and very much required also. I hope you are listening my statement, boss. Come on. Right. Now let's see, guys. What is the basic story here? STS IDE. STS is an IDE. Okay. What is the meaning of STS? Spring Tool Suite. Spring Tool Suite is an IDE that is given exclusively for Spring applications development. Okay. That is given exclusively for Spring applications development. Okay. We can add STS as plugin to Eclipse IDE. Plugin to Eclipse IDE to bring same features to Eclipse IDE. Okay. Industry do not use STS IDE directly. They use Eclipse IDE with STS plugin. STS plugin. Next, a plugin is a patch software that adds additional functionalities to the existing software. That add additional functionalities to the existing software. What do you mean by this? Already 10 facilities are there, guys. I want to add 11th facilities. Add plugin. Already 20 facilities are there. I want to add extra plugin. Add plugin. Are you understanding my point? It's something like this, guys. I have a normal TV, but I want to see Netflix. I want to see Netflix movies, Prime movies. Then I have to go for Amazon Prime stick to the TV or not. If I add Amazon Prime stick, Amazon Fire Stick. Are you getting my point? Amazon Fire Stick. So we can bring the effect of smart TV to the normal TV or not. So that Fire Stick is like what? Plug-in, boss. Basically, that facility is not there in ordinary TV, boss. But I want to make ordinary TV as a smart TV. How it is possible? Through Amazon Fire Stick. So Amazon Fire Stick can be treated as a plug-in here. I hope you are getting my point. Yes. Okay, boss. A plugin is a patch software that adds additional functionalities to the existing software. Okay, boss. Eclipse is having its own plugins. Eclipse is having its own plugins and also allows to add third-party supplied plugins. Third-party supplied plugins. Okay. To add extra functionalities to the Eclipse IDE. To add extra functionalities to the Eclipse IDE. Are you getting my point there, guys? iCustomer DAO, IMPL, boss. All these are there. So here is my right click. Now let me develop this Spring Bean configuration file story. Actually, in my system already plugin is installed, but now let me talk about how to install that plugin, guys. Window, not window, help menu. Here we are having one option. What is that? Eclipse Marketplace. Eclipse Marketplace. Eclipse Marketplace. So if you use that, your Spring Boot application development, developing Spring Bean configuration file becomes easy. Becomes easy. Right. Here you search for STS. You simply type what? STS. Click on it. Net connection is anyhow required. Listen, guys, already installed. Spring Tools 3 installed. Installed. That means in my system already it is installed, guys. Okay, there is 3 version and 4 version. Don't install 4 version, install only 3 version. If you install both versions also, problem will come. You have to install only 3 version, it is doing well. See, actually, if it is already installed, you will get installed message. If it is not installed, you will get like this. If you click on install, okay, somewhere in the middle it will ask, are you agreeing license agreement and all this stuff. You will say next, next, finish, and it takes bit of time to complete the installation. It automatically restart the IDE. Once IDE is restarted, I can say you are ready with STS plugin. Same procedure to install any plugin, boss. You have to follow same procedure to install any plugin. What is the guarantee this plugin is installed? These symbols will appear in the menu bar. These symbols are there now. Spring Boot dashboard, this Spring dashboard. These symbols will come only after installing Eclipse IDE. Are you getting my point, guys? It will simplify your Spring Bean configuration file and Spring Boot application development, boss. Right. STS plugin added to the Eclipse IDE simplifies Spring Bean configuration file development. Next, Spring applications development. Next, Spring Boot applications development. Spring Boot applications development and etc. Everything related to Spring, guys. Okay. Procedure to install STS plugin. It won't come automatically. You have to explicitly install STS plugin. Okay, procedure to install. Tell me, guys. Yes, other day we have, it simplifies. I'm not saying without that we cannot develop Spring Bean configuration file, we cannot develop Spring applications. It simplifies. It simplifies. Okay, especially importing namespaces becomes easy, boss. Procedure to install. Procedure to install STS plugin. Okay. Shall we start the process, guys? What is that? Help menu. Help menu. Tell me next one. Eclipse Marketplace. Search for STS. Okay. Select. Search for STS. Go. Okay. Select Spring Tool Suite. Spring Tool. Spring Tool 3. Install. Install. Restart IDE. Install restart IDE. Understanding my statement, boss? Install restart IDE. So plugin will be ready, boss. Plugin will be ready. Okay. In my system, that is already there, boss. So now come here. Already STS plugin is already there. Right click, new. Now I'm using one more option, other Spring Bean configuration file. Earlier I used to create XML, boss. This option will come only after installing STS plugin. If you are not install STS plugin, you won't get this option. The Spring option won't come. These facilities will not come. The Spring Boot option will not come. These sub options will not come. Spring Bean configuration file. Here is my what, guys? Application context.xml. What dot XML, guys? Application context.xml. Say next. See, you can select the namespaces. Beans is the namespace. What is the version you want to have? 4.3. Say next. Say finish. Say next. Say finish. Guys, tell me now. Creating normal XML file, copy pasting is easier. This is easier, boss. Creating normal one is easier. This is easier. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Easy or not easy? I'll give the procedure also, don't worry. Check for these icons. Check for these icons in the menu bar to confirm the installation. To confirm the STS plugin installation. Right. Procedure to create Spring Bean configuration file after installing STS plugin. Procedure to create Spring Bean configuration file after installing STS plugin. Listen, guys. Right click on any package, com.ntf cfz package, new, right click on new, other Spring Bean configuration file. New other, search for Spring Bean configuration file. Spring Bean configuration file. File name. What is that? Application context.xml. Select namespace. Select namespaces and version and their versions. Select namespaces and versions like beans 4.3. Like beans 4.3. Then next finish. Right. See, guys, now you need not to worry about it. And one more thing, you will get one namespace tab extra. Now you decided to work with AOP namespace. Just select AOP. That's it. You decided to work with context namespace. Just select context. All these are coming, boss. All these are adding. See, beans is added, context is added, AOP is added. Now I want to remove it. Just select AOP. AOP gone. Context you deselect. Context also gone. Context also gone. I think you are observing the things, boss. I think you are observing the things. Okay. Namespace is a library where stacks are there. How we got Java package with the class and interfaces. In XML, namespace is a library. Okay, boss. Namespace will have their own versions. Spring will have their own versions. Don't compare. XML namespace versions are different. Schema Spring versions are different. Don't mix up both. I think your life is easy, boss. Yes. Someone asked me, why do you teach everything through paintbrush? So that I can give this kind of screenshots. At least you are understanding importance of this, boss. Fine. Okay. So now we are ready with application context.xml. Now we are ready. Now we can go for it. Yesterday we just completed DAO, not everything, boss. Not everything. See, boss, in this project, how many things we are learning? We have worked with Maven. We are working with STS plugin. We are developing it as a strategy design pattern based layered application. Layered application. Are you observing this? Multiple things we are adding, boss. Project now I'm trying to show multiple things. I hope you are able to create the project using Eclipse. Please don't relax. Yeah, data source configuration. Data source configuration. Bean ID, DM, DS, driver manager data source. Class is equal to. Someone asked me what's the use of plugin. Sindhu, while creating Maven project, you are getting error. Please send your screenshot to me or in the group. We will help. Okay. Concentrate on today's topic, please. Driver manager. You type 4 5 letters and you will get the solution. And you need not to worry about the package name also. Package name will come automatically. It's because of STS plugin. It's because of STS plugin. Earlier you have a pain of remembering class name, package name. You should remember and type everything on your own. Now not required. Just remember class name or at least few letters of class name. Automatically you will get the help. Listen, driver manager suggestions are there. Select it. Are you understanding my point? You try without STS, you try, it won't come. Without STS won't come. That's one advantage. Another advantage, property. You will get list of properties that are possible. You can avoid type mistakes in property names also. Driver class name, value. Driver class name, value. Tell me, boss. Driver class name is what? Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. Everything is discussed in the storyboard. Same thing I am writing here. Property name, URL, value is equal to JDBC colon, Oracle colon, thin colon, @ localhost colon, 1521:XE. Property name, next one, username, value. Tell me, boss. Username, value, system, done. Property name, next, password, value manager. Value manager. Yes, we are ready with the data source, boss. One more. If you work with Maven Gradle, you will get the source code of any class automatically because they come up with the built-in decompilers. Sure, sir. Yes. Okay. You just keep the class and press F3 key. Source code is coming or not, boss? Yes. So you want to see the source code of one more class. Again, select the class F3. Coming or not? So I want to see source code of one more class F3. Coming or not? So at the end, we are able to see it is giving me data source. You need not to have decompiler separately, boss. Maven Gradle itself gives built-in decompilers, either through .java file or XML file. Just go to the class, keep the mouse over the class and press F3. You will get the source code. You will automatically get the source code. Okay. What is decompiler? Compiler gives dot class file from .java file. Decompiler gives, okay, source code from bytecode, reverse. Reverse of compilation is called decompilation. Yes. No. Let me go for some points here, guys. Java compiler gives, okay, bytecode from source code. Java compiler gives bytecode from source code. Dot class from .java. Dot class from .java. Next. Example Java C. Java decompiler gives, okay, source code from bytecode. Bytecode. Tell me, guys. So, what are the lot of decompilers that are there in the market, guys? JIT is there. JIT decompiler is there. DJ decompiler is there. Okay, JIT decompiler is there. Okay, boss. JD is a UI decompiler and etc. Now listen, we must arrange decompilers explicitly in our computer. Or we can use online decompilers. We must arrange decompilers explicitly in computer, or we can use online decompilers. In advanced Java classes, we might have studied www.decompiler.com. Yes, note, if you are creating Java projects in Eclipse IDE using Maven or Gradle, we get decompiler automatically, and we can use F3 F3 shortcut key. Shortcut key. Come on, guys. F3 shortcut key to open the source code. To see the source code of any class. Any class. To see the source code or any class. So you need not to arrange decompiler separately, boss. Understanding my statement? Shortcut key. No, if you don't like this, control plus click. Control plus click also will give the same effect, boss. Control plus click. Understanding my statement? Okay. So if you don't like the shortcut key, go for control plus click. CTRL plus click. Okay, boss. Fine, boss. Okay. Sir, people sees dot class file, what happens? What they will do by seeing source code, boss? Nothing can do. Nothing can do. And moreover, no decompiler gives 100% accurate code. They give a max to max 95% accurate code. And if someone sees source code, what happens? If someone gets the source code, what happens? Nothing will happen. DAO class configuration. Bean ID. Tell me, guys. Bean ID. Cust DAO. Class is equal to customer DAO IMPL. Okay, guys. Customer DAO IMPL. Right. Now tell me, guys, what I have to inject, boss? Data source. Okay. What through what injection? Constructor injection. Constructor hyphen arg ref is equal to DMDS. Super. Next. DAO class configuration. Are you comfortable up to this, guys? Are you comfortable up to this? So with this, DAO is completed end to end, boss. Now what is left? Now what is left? Service class is left. Now what is left, guys? Service class is left. Shall we go for it, boss? Interface. Customer management service. So I prefer taking customer management service, guys. What is that? Customer. To give the feeling it's an interface. Okay, boss. Next, what is the story? Public string. Calculate simple interest. Calculate simple interest. Tell me. Customer DTO. Calculate simple interest. Customer DTO. Throws exception. Customer DTO throws exception. Here is my declaration of the method, boss. But I am going to get inputs in the form of DTO. Okay. Now let me develop one implementation class for it. New class. Tell me. Customer management service IMPL. Customer management service IMPL. Add customer management service. Customer management service, guys. Customer management service. Okay, boss. Public string calculate simple interest. Customer DTO throws exception. Super. After that, what is the next story, guys? Calculate simple interest amount. Calculate simple interest amount. Tell me guys here, what is that? Float INTR amount is equal to interest amount is equal to DTO dot get PAMT, DTO dot get rate, DTO dot get time by 100 by 100.0f. Yes, we are writing business logic, guys. This is business logic. Right now, I am writing business logic. Okay. Right. Now I want to save all these details, boss, in the database table by supplying inputs to what? DAO. But DAO is expecting inputs in the form of what, guys? BO. So now it's our responsibility to create the BO class object or not. Say something, my dear. It's our responsibility to create BO class object. Yes. Okay. Create BO class object. BO class object having persistable data. Create BO class object having persistable data. Yes, boss. Now tell me here. Customer BO is equal to customer BO of. Customer BO is equal to new customer BO of. BO dot BO dot. Anyhow, ID will be generated dynamically. Name I can copy from DTO. Array, DTO is carrying inputs now, boss. Come on. Everyone, please try to understand these lines carefully. Set customer name. DTO dot get customer name. I think everyone comfortable in this line, guys. DTO is except interest amount, all details are there in the DTO. I think I can copy from DTO to BO. DTO dot get cust name, BO dot set cust name. Cool, guys. BO dot set principal amount, DTO dot get principal amount, BO dot set rate, DTO dot get rate. I hope you are comfortable, boss. BO dot set time, DTO dot get time, BO dot set interest amount. Here we have our local variable INTR amount. We are having our local variable INTR amount. I hope you are able to see that. You're able to observe that one, guys. Are you able to observe that one, guys? Come on. Use DAO. What's the story, guys? Use DAO. Use DAO. Tell me. Int count is equal to DAO dot. Acha, I have to inject DAO. Tell me, DAO is mandatory or optional? DAO is mandatory or optional, boss? Mandatory. Mandatory in service class. That means better to go for constructor injection or setter injection. Better to go for constructor injection or setter injection. Speak out, my dears. Better to go for constructor injection. That's why I am taking we have to take a interface type reference variable or interface type property or concrete class type property. Interface type property. This is as a property. But always we prefer taking of type interface, right? Okay. So here I am taking one param constructor to support constructor injection. I customer DAO. DAO. This dot DAO is equal to DAO. Are you understanding my point? Yes, boss. Here I will write sys trace. systrace, zero param constructor, systrace zero param constructor. 1 minute. In DAO class also, let me add one. Okay. I think that is not zero param, that is one param. Okay. Yes, boss. This constructor is doing constructor injection. Yes. Now you observe DAO dot insert of BO. DAO dot insert of BO. Now, it has to return string value. It has to return what? String value. Okay, boss. Hmm. Okay, it has to return some string value. Now listen carefully. Basically, I have to write if condition. What is that condition? If count is equal to 0, return registration failed, else registration successful. See guys, same thing I will write in a single line. If else two statement, three statements will come. Instead of that, I'm going to use a ternary operator. Everyone, ternary operator, immediate if, faster if, count double equal to 1 question mark. I think you studied ternary operator. Tell me. Customer registered. Customer registered successfully. Customer registered successfully. Oh, I didn't write a copy of address. Let me complete that. DTO dot get address. That's cool. Customer registered successfully, guys. Okay. But I just want to print a simple interest amount. Simple interest amount is plus INTR amount. That's good. Colon. Simple interest amount is colon. Okay. Colon means else part. This is the condition, guys. This is success part. After colon, whatever we write, that is the else part. Customer registration failed. Customer registration failed. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Come on. Right. Tell me, if this count is equal to 1, it gives customer registered successfully. No. Customer registration failed. Customer registration failed. I hope you are understanding. Instead of writing if else in 2-3 lines, we can write like this in a single line. So here I am using ternary operator. What operator, boss? Ternary operator. Ternary operator. Tell me here. Condition. Question mark. Success. Colon. Failure. Condition question mark success message and failure message. Like this you have to give. Actually, not compulsory. You should give it in double quotes, guys. Success statement, failure statement. That's it. This is my ternary operator. Fine, boss. So this class also should be configured in XML file. Nothing but Spring Bean configuration file or not. Yes, boss. Tell me here. Service class configuration. Okay. Cust service. Tell me, guys. Customer service. Customer service IMPL. Customer MGMT. Service IMPL. Tell me, boss, what should I inject here? DAO class object I have to inject. Constructor -arg ref is equal to Oh, what is that? Custdio. Super. Constructor hyphen arg ref is equal to custdio. It's a service class. I am injecting DAO, boss. It's a service class. I am seriously injecting what? DAO. That's fine. So now shall we go for controller, guys? I think everyone is comfortable with the service class code. Okay, I think one thing I missed here. I have to take this class as a final class. I need to take this class as what? Final class, boss. To implement strategy, design, pattern, end to end. Now, what is left, boss? Controller is there. Array, I think everything is going according to storyboard that is given. Yeah, do I need to take interface implementation class for controller or just directly class? Directly class. Here is my main controller, guys. Done. Here is my main controller, boss. Done. Private. Yes. I customer management service. I customer management service. Here is my main controller. Okay. Tell me here. I customer management service is equal to this. This dot service is equal to this. Sys trace. Here is my zero param constructor. No, not zero param, one param constructor. That's good, guys. Now, here I am taking one method, string process customer. What is that, guys? Process customer. From client application, how controller is going to get the data, boss? More than 3 values means how it is going to get as a bean object. What is that bean object name? VO. VO. We got a perfect scenario covering VO, DTO, BO. I hope you are feeling it. Come on, guys. Public string process customer. Customer VO, VO. Public string process customer. Customer VO, VO, boss. Yes, boss. Now tell me. Use service. So before using service, guys, one more thing is there. Convert VO class object data to DTO class object data. Are VO maintains all strings, guys. No, I want to convert them to DTO and I can pass so that I can pass DTO to service class. VO is just there, receive the inputs and holding the inputs. But converting and passing as required for service class should be done by controller, boss. Must be done by controller. Okay, boss. Listen, if you feel you don't want to take VO, don't take VO directly from the client. You can get DTO also. But I want to involve VO also. I want to show purpose of VO also. That's why client supplied data I am gathering in the form of what? VO class object to the controller. Yes, boss. Yeah, whatever constructors I am taking with one param, I am taking for constructor injection only. Uh, yes, boss. Now listen. Already we are having VO. Now I want to go for this one. Okay. Yes. Customer DTO is equal to new customer DTO of. Customer DTO is equal to new customer DTO. DTO dot set name VO dot get cust name. DTO dot set customer address VO dot get customer address. Are both are string, no need of any conversion. DTO dot set PAMT. Okay, boss. Float dot parse float. VO dot get PAMT. I think everyone understood this line, guys. Everyone understood this line, guys. Everyone understanding this line, guys. Come on. VO dot get PAMT gives principal amount as a string value, and we are converting that one into float value. Come on, like parse int, we have a parse float also there. Float dot parse float convert string to float value. Yes. DTO dot set time float dot parse float of float dot parse float of VO dot tell me get time. Super. DTO dot set rate float dot parse float of VO dot get rate. VO dot get rate. Understanding my statement, boss? Yes, that part is over. Use service. String result is equal to service dot calculate interest amount DTO. Whatever result comes. Acha. Here also I don't want to catch and handle exception, guys. Throws exception. Let me say return result. Okay. Easy na, boss. Everything is going according to storyboard only na, boss. Everything is happening according to storyboard. What do you say? Am I deviating from storyboard, boss? Right. No. This is how people do. Develop the class, configure in XML. Again, develop the class, configure in XML. Since STS plugin is there, you need not to worry much about property names, much about what? Class name, package name. You just remember 1-2 words of class name, you will get everything else automatically. Yes, controller class configuration. Bean ID, tell me. Controller class is equal to main controller. Bean ID controller class is equal to main controller. What controller, guys? Main controller. Super. Next one. Constructor -arg. Constructor -arg ref is equal to cust service. I have to inject Babu. I have injected. Tell me, guys, are you feeling any heaviness in the Spring Bean configuration file? Easy na, boss. Easy na, boss. Srinath, the automatic class names are coming because of STS plugin, because of jars, okay, and because of STS plugin. Srinath, you joined late, huh? Come on time. Those automatic class names are coming because of STS plugin, control plus space. Right. Yeah. See, boss, optional. Name is optional. If you are feeling it is required, you can go for it. Name DS here. Name DAO here. DAO here. Here name service. Name service here. DS DAO service. I think you enjoyed, boss. Now, what is left, my dear? What is left? Client application development is left. Testing part. Client application development is left. Okay. right click, class, real time DI test, real time DI test, real time DI test, boss. Hmm. Okay, boss. Create, okay, first read inputs from end user as string values. Scanner SC is equal to new scanner of system dot in. Scanner SC is equal to new scanner of system dot in. Now tell me here, sysout, enter customer name. String name is equal to SC dot next. Okay, boss. Next one. Enter customer address. String address is equal to SC dot next. System dot out dot println. Enter customer. What is that, guys? Enter customer. Enter customer. Enter customer name. Enter customer address. Okay. Enter customer address. Enter customer principal amount. Enter customer principal amount. PAMT. SC dot next float. Sorry, next only, string only, string only. Yes, you are right. PAMT is equal to string. Everything should be taken as string. You are right. Rate, rate of interest. Rate of interest. SC dot next. Time of interest. Time is there. Here is my principal amount. Here is my rate. Here is my time. Here is my time, guys. Here is my time. Address here, principal amount here, rate here, time here. Rate here, time here. Are you listening my statement, boss? Okay, boss. Next one. Create customer VO class object. Customer VO class object. Tell me. Customer VO is equal to new customer VO of. Customer VO is equal to new customer VO of. Customer VO is equal to new customer VO of. Tell me here. VO dot set custom name. VO dot set address ADDRS. VO dot set PAMT. VO dot set rate. VO dot set time. Yes, we are ready with what? VO class object, boss. Yes, boss. Now tell me, guys, invoke the methods. Sorry, create IOC container. What, boss? Create IOC container. Shall we observe how to create IOC container now? I think everyone is having that code of creating IOC container, boss. Default listable bean factory is equal to new default listable bean factory of. Next, XML bean definition reader is equal to new XML bean definition reader of factory. Cool, guys. Next one, reader dot load bean definitions. Reader dot load bean definitions. Come on, Abhishek Singh. If here also if I use DI, where you create container, boss? Someone is asking. Here also we can go for injection. A controller can be injected to DI class. That's fine. But to if here also if you do DI, where you create container? Somewhere container has to be created now, boss. Come on. Use common sense, Ra Babu. Okay. Com slash nt slash cfz slash what is next? Application context dot xml. Super, guys. Now get controller class object. Now tell me. Main controller is equal to factory dot get bean. What dot get bean? Factory dot get bean. Tell me here. Controller. Tell me now. Main controller dot class. Main controller. Factory dot get bean controller. Main controller dot class, guys. What dot class, guys? Main controller dot class. That's it. Yes, here you should get the controller class object. Okay, cool. Next, invoke the methods. Simply try to invoke the method. Okay, invoke the method. Try. Array, all are propagating exception. Somewhere you have to catch and handle exception or not. Somewhere we have to seriously catch and handle exception. Come on, guys. So invoke the methods. Tell me here. String result is equal to controller dot process customer of Vivo. Process customer of Vivo. Tell me. Exception E. Process customer of Vivo. Exception E. E dot print stack trace. Whatever exception that is raised, that will be displayed. Here result. I am printing the result. So along with that, I also write a message. Internal problem, try again. Internal problem, try again. I'm trying to display what? Non-technical guiding message to end user or not? Non-technical guiding message to end user. I think comfortable, boss. Are you comfortable with the client application? Are you really comfortable with the client application, boss? Easy. Whatever plan is there, we are going according to plan only now. Okay, guys. Tsunami Patra, VO, DTO, BO, we don't get through injections. Why? Because every time we need a new object. That's why we create them through new operator only. Yes, boss. Yes. Shall we run this one now? Always. Are we set for execution, boss? Are we set for execution? So I'll keep my table ready, boss. What is the table I have taken yesterday? Real time DI. Real-time DI customer. Pin it. Right now empty, nothing is there. Customer ID I am not giving because it will be generated dynamically. Control F11. Java application. Enter customer name, current address, principal amount 40,000. Okay, 4 lakhs. Rate of interest 2. Time of interest should be given in months, guys. 12 months. Time of interest should be given in months. Enter key. See, guys, customer registered successfully. Simple interest amount is 96,000. Simple interest amount is what? 96,000. Did you observe that, boss? It is showing 96,000 as the simple interest amount. Did you realize that? Did you observe that, boss? Come on, my dears. Convince it with me. Come on, my dears. I hope you convince it with me or not. Okay, guys. We got the success. Now let's see record is inserted or not. 1,000. Array, why sequence start value I have taken as 1,000. That's why it is coming. Execute one more time by pressing button also. Ramesh. Customer address Hyderabad. Principal amount 80,000. Rate of interest is what? 2. Time of interest is what? 12 months. Enter key. Enter key. Refresh. 1,001 Ramesh. Inserted or not inserted? I think everything is happening according to storyboard. What do you say, guys? Thoroughly understood. See, when I call when I call get controller. Again. Yes, it is in months, boss. If you want to give that guidance, okay, months, time, time, enter time. Values are injected in zigzag in database. Who said Ra Babu? Let me check whether they are inserted correctly or not. Inserted nicely only, na? Acha, listen. Columns order is disturbed, boss, nothing else. Columns order is disturbed. So that's why they are coming like this. Okay, let me correct this mistake. I will delete the records, boss. I deleted it. So go for this, boss. Go to DAO, you will understand the reason. PAMT rate time. But here, what is the order? First time, then rate is there. First time, then rate is there. Okay, very simple. You make it 3, guys. You make it 4, guys. You make it 5. Am I right? First time, then rate. Now you observe this. Real-time DI test. Yeah, those are getting Oracle installation. Don't worry. Tomorrow I will show how to work with MySQL also. No problem at all. No problem at all. Because these are the 2 databases I'm going to use continuously. Current address Hyderabad, principal amount 90,000, rate of interest 2, okay, duration 12 months. Yes. Customer registered successfully. Now you observe things came nicely. Time coming nicely, everything is coming nicely. Right now, let me give the feeling exception raised in DAO is propagated to service. Service is propagated to controller. Controller is propagating exception to client. In the client, we are catching and displaying as a non-technical guiding message. But how to create a situation of exception, guys? Suppose I wantedly, I'm trying to insert more than column size values. Sindhu, if you want to mention days in time, very simple. You get days, you convert into months. You get days and convert into months in the service class. By 360, you will get a days and you convert into by how much? By by 365 days. You will get years. Right, boss? Are you getting my point, guys? Now listen. So I will create a situation of exception propagation, guys. Shall I go for that? Let me give the feeling. Exception raised in DAO is propagated to service, service to controller, controller to client. Client is catching and displaying it. Can I give that feel? Right. So real-time DI test, guys. Customer name. Actually, in the table, 20 characters are there. I wantedly typing more than 20 characters. Address Hyderabad, principal amount some 30,000, customer rate of interest to, okay, enter time 12 months. Let's see, guys. Internal problem, try again. If you are interested, you can print the exact message also. It's not like that. Anyhow, print stack trace is giving the message. What's the message? Actually is 36, maximum is 20. No, sir. I don't want to get this red color message. I want to get non-technical guiding message. So do one thing, boss. Do one thing. Stop putting this print stack trace. Internal problem, try again. So on safe side, e dot get message. Anyhow, get message will print what? Real reason. Get message will print what? Real reason. Once again, observe this. Customer name Karan, address Hyderabad, done. Principal amount, this one. Enter rate of interest 2. Time is what? 10. Time is 10. Okay, see guys what is happening? Internal problem, try again. This is the message. Value too large for column, customer. Actual 45, maximum is 20. We're able to get non-technical guiding message for end user or not. Are you listening my statement, boss? We are able to catch. So am I suppressing exception? Am I suppressing exception in the DAO, boss? We are not suppressing. We are not suppressing in DAO service controller. We are propagating service DAO to service, service to controller, controller to client. I think you thoroughly understood my point. Yes. Okay. Now let me when dependencies, guys. I want to give all the code to you people with full expansion. With full expansion, I want to give complete code to you people. Yes, boss. This is the structure, boss. Sham, without Oracle, you cannot. If installing SQL developer is waste. Installing SQL developer is waste without Oracle. Let me put in the Git boss. Team share project. Done. Okay. Git staging. What is that, guys? Git staging. Real time DI. Real time DI mini project. Real time DI mini project. Save finish. Real time DI mini project. Right. So it is shared in the Git, guys. Okay. It is shared. Now I am giving assignment, boss. Now I am giving assignment. Okay. Assignment. So now listen. The people who belongs to foreign countries, guys. For foreign countries. Foreign countries, I'll try to give different scenarios for different people. Foreign country people who are attending classes from foreign countries, UK, USA, Australia, Germany, from those people. I want you people to take employee registration. Employee registration mini project. You should develop employee registration mini project. Inputs. Inputs are, tell me, employee name, address. Come on. Please stop using things parallelly. Please stop using things parallelly. Come on. Poonam Chandrasekhar, that is not problem with Eclipse. Some problem with Eclipse setup. That's not problem with the code boss. Okay. ADDRS. Next, basic salary. Okay, guys. Basic salary. Basic salary. Next one. Outputs, guys. What you want to say, generate? Outputs. Output. I want to get gross salary and net salary. Gross salary and net salary. I hope you are understanding. Yes. Gross salary and net salary. And what you want to persist? To persist in DB table. Employee number, employee name, basic salary, gross salary and net salary. All the inputs and outputs I want, but I want to generate employee number dynamically. Yes, generate dynamically. Dynamically generated one. This is for foreign countries people who are attending from foreign countries. Okay, who are attending from India. Who are attending from India. Now tell me. Corona patient registration. What is this? Corona patient registration. Inputs. Inputs. Patient name. Patient name. Patient address. Patient name. Are something, yeah, some use case. Why Corona from India means what can I do? If not Corona, take student registration. Worst fellows. Fine. Tell me, guys, some use case strike it to my mind. I have shared it. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, foreigners only take Corona patient. Indians will take what? This one. Patient name, patient address, patient address, next mobile number. These are the inputs plus per number of days hospitalized, bill per day. Okay, bill per day. What is output, guys? What is output? Output. Total bill amount. Total bill amount. Come on. Total bill amount. Come on, guys. After that, what next? Right. Find out what is difference between gross salary and net salary. Set in the internet and find out. Gross salary additions, net salary deductions after deductions. Total bill amount, discount, net bill amount. Yeah, what about discount, guys? What about discount? Discount, you take ranges. What is ranges? Above 1 lakh, 10% discount. Above 2 lakh, 20% discount. Like this, you have to go for ranges, boss. Above 1 lakh, above 1 lakh, 10%. Above 2 lakh, 20%. Okay, below 1 lakh, no discount. Below 1 lakh, no discount. I think you are observing this. You got some business logic to go for it now, boss. What is there to persist? What you want to persist? Patient ID. I don't want to see you people practicing customer example. You read customer example, you observe customer example for 1,000 times. But I want you people to complete these things. Patient ID. Yeah. All these things I want to see you people persisting, boss. Okay. All these things you want to see persist. Right. Gross salary, basic salary plus HRA plus DA plus TA plus all these are basic salary. Okay. Let us assume what is the formula for gross salary. I will put like this. Basic salary plus 40% is gross salary. Net salary, gross salary minus, I'm just giving simple formula, boss, 20%. Gross salary is what? 20%. This is gross salary. Okay. Right. I'm giving time till Tuesday. Next week, Tuesday. I'm giving time till next week, Tuesday. And you have to send it to my email account. Natraz Java Arena at gmail.com. At gmail.com. I will open email account in front of you and I will check. I will ask Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every day 10 peoples I will check. 10 people each day, 10 students I will check. So total 40 students I am going to touch. Are you getting my point? Okay, now let me say. Now listen. Let me say one more thing. This is the email ID. In this, Srinath, please keep the concentration, Ra Babu. My group name. My group name is my email ID. Okay? Send it to this email account. Not the screenshot. I want entire code. As a zip, you send it to me. As a zip, you send it to me. Entire code I want. And along with that, screenshots. Along with that screenshot, database screenshot and inputs and output screenshot. Both I need. NATAREZ, Natraz, Java, Arena. Arena. I think one letter extra, na? Yes, Arena. Now it's right. Is that clear, boss? No, again, let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. If you don't submit the task on the day I check, okay, you will be suspended for the classes for 1 week. 1 week I will block your entry to the classroom. Later, don't blame me. Because I am giving industry standard subject. I will just listen. I don't bend my back is not going to work out. From your side also, bit hard work is required. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, you are free. Please sit and work out. If you spend time max to max 1 hour, you have to spend time. Okay, first laid application, 2 hours you have to spend time. But once you spend time, once you develop these applications, your confidence will increase. Because after joining company, every day you have to write this kind of coding only. Layers, DTO, BO, VO, this kind of thing. Maybe sometime web-based, sometimes Spring REST-based, but basic flow is this only. Basic environment is this only. And I'm going to use this mini project as a reference example in multiple places. If you practice, it will help in future to learn other concepts also. Okay. Okay, now stop telling the stories. Laptop not there, mobile not working, X is not there, Y is not there. Please, when not there, collect from neighbors and submit it. Neighbors and submit it. Balaji, you can try with setter injection also, not a problem. Tomorrow I will introduce MySQL, don't worry. Tomorrow I'll introduce MySQL and I'll show what is loose coupling also. Yeah, people asking, sir, when Spring Boot will start? I already said, I combined 2 courses into 1 course. So I have to spend good amount of time on Spring Basics. And I am saving your time, I am saving your money, I am saving your energy. People spend 3-4 months only on Spring, another 3-4 months on Spring Boot and microservices. But come on, we are going to spend 4 to 5 months, but we are going to complete both courses. So that's why let me spend time on basics. Let me spend time on basics. Don't worry. So moreover, tell to your friends who already know Spring, tell to your friends. Tell to your friends, May 1st week, Spring Boot will be started. They can join in this batch from May 1st week onwards also. They will learn Spring Boot and microservices, but for them, Spring knowledge is required. For them, Spring knowledge is required. Is that clear? Okay, fee discount will be there because since they are joining from Spring Boot and microservices, they will get relevant discount. Still, I have not decided. They have not decided what the fee structure, but total in my batch 3 entries will be there. Number 1, who don't know Spring, for them Spring Basic, Spring Boot, microservices. Who know Spring already, they can join from Spring Boot. They can learn Spring Boot and microservices. And some people already know Spring and Spring Boot. They can directly come and join for microservices. They can directly join what? Microservices. Are you getting my point there or not? Yes. So that total 3 entries will be there, boss. Thank you. Have a nice time. Have a nice time. Have a nice time. I tomorrow class is there, regular timing, regular time. Tomorrow Saturday, regular timing. Thank you. Have a nice time. Kaushik, Eclipse with STS plugin is, and moreover, STS and Eclipse both are one and the same. UI classes once started, I will let you know. Thank you. Have a nice time. Devash Pandey, there is no need of configuring me even explicitly. It's a built-in one. No need of doing anything. We are using latest. If you are don't have M2U plugin will be there. You have to install that M2U plugin. Thank you guys. Have a nice time.